uh, each one each one of them need to be appropriately researched, and we need to learn better things: how to save fuel, what to do when there is an accident, and how we can save the fuel, and how we can make our passengers more comfortable, how we can deliver them in reasonable time. So these are all part of our studies. And of course, now we have started a new move, which is called smart transport, and which will help us in through artificial intelligence on exact timing of the upcoming buses or trains at a given point. And then, of course, there are a number of new emerging technologies which have a lot of things to offer in time to come. So these are, I have just listed some of them. So, but there are many more technologies in time to come, and each one of them has huge offering in terms of research and discovering new things. Now, I still remember my days in Delhi University, and Professor Banerjee is here. Rivalry helps. You know, when I was at Delhi University, there used to be a wall where each research group was putting their paper. And there was a competition that because the wall has got limited size, so only latest paper could be put, and the oldest paper has to be taken out. And you need to see that my group, my lab will get maximum space over there. And that's a healthy rivalry, because not only you are continuously working, but you are producing research outputs and then sharing it with the masses. So rivalry, I feel, is a very, very important thing which helps us. And then, of course, when we are doing research, several times midway, we find newer ideas. So we were working on problem X, and then we realized that this solution could also be applied to problem Y. So this is something which is continuously helping, but most important of all is our ethics. I think each one of us should be honest. We should maintain our integrity. Our moral should be very clear. You know, at several times it is happening that we are taking quotes from different other authors, which is absolutely fine as long as you are giving them due credit. Don't claim somebody else's work as your work. You can quote them, you can tell them this is what they have said. We are following their principles, their ideas, but we have to remain ethically very, very conscious. So each one of them, I'm thankful that somebody is pointing various aspects of it, but each one of them is very, very important, and we must be very clear on ground of ethics. And then, product development is not itself an end of research. The new research starts. How to get yourself recognized in the market. So you have to study what are the market trends, what is something which is required by the market. And if already your competitors are in the market, then how are you going to develop your own niche area? How you are going to create values for yourself? How you will find that people start accepting you. So you have to develop niche area, and for which you have to do continuously the branding. And that is possible only with the research. So I would like to conclude with two statements. What research can give you is, it's a tool for building knowledge, to facilitate learning. It gives you access to the latest information. It helps you understand issues and public awareness about them. It helps you to succeed in business, to disapprove lies and support truth, to find goals and seize opportunity, promote love and confidence in reading, writing, analyzing, and sharing valuable information. And also it helps you in your own personality development. So you sharing your research ideas with wider audience can make you more visible. You need to be answerable to all your ideas, and then it gives you visibility, and it helps you becoming a responsible worker in a given field or in a domain. And slowly from responsible worker, we come to responsible institution or department. So with these words, I would like to, just for the younger audience, our Department of Science and Technology offers you to do research, and we are providing fellowship grants at different level. So even at your doctoral level, postdoctoral level, we are providing research grants where you can pursue your dreams, where you could see the best of the facility anywhere in the world, and also where you could present your idea to international audiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request our principal ma'am, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Nanda, for saying a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Varshney. It was an enlightening presentation, introducing us to the need for research and also bringing in a passion for research. I must say that Dr. Monica Tomar has been a leading faculty member here, but she's also a role model in terms of research, because she not only inspires the students, but she inspires other faculty members to go forward in the path of research. So I think by your presentation, you have brought in various very important points. One of the significant points that you have brought about is the implications of research. What will my research lead to? And the other important point that you have spoken about, which is very important for this particular audience to understand, is the idea of ethical research. Research for research's sake is not important. It should have a policy implication. It should have an implication for society. It should be quality research. And at the end of the day, if it is not ethical, it does not really matter what kind of research you do. So you have enlightened us very well, sir. And we in the college are working on various ways to kind of contribute to this and be a part of whatever activities that the Ministry of Science and Technology is doing. I just saw that there will also be a science and technology university. So we would see what are the ways that we can be associated. We would be very happy to. And as part of the national education policy, we would like to look at internationalization also, and whether our research skills can be enhanced. How can we link up the young students who are being introduced by this excellent workshop, which was designed for a long time. It's a legacy of Miranda House, looking at flavors of research. And number of our alumni have become researchers due to this exposure. So thank you for this exposure. Thank you for sparing your time for us. And namaskar for doing this. And I wish you were in the college. We would have given you the honors of giving you our college planter and mug, and it would have been such a vibrant environment here. But I hope we can do that soon, because it is only through science and technology that we will recover and we will be back. So I think the credit will go to you, and so that we can be back in the human environment of Miranda House. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Tomar, for organizing this. It was an excellent learning experience, even for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. It provided me an opportunity to come back to university, even though virtually. And Delhi University is my own home, so I feel so excited coming back. Thank you.
So now I think we can take some questions. So one student has asked, sir, can you inform about international programs being offered for UG students by DST or other authority?
Let me first congratulate Sanjay Varshney. He is my former student in Delhi University.
Sir, not former, you are a student.
yeah, okay. It was an excellent talk, and there is a small correction which I would like to make on his research, his ideas about here. That research is not only for societal benefits. Research can also be just because of you wanted to know something.
So there
could be sort of a just for knowledge sake. because the pure research, pure science, which will the results of which will not be observable by common man, but will be have a long time implications. So this both has to go side by side.
Sir, thank you, sir. But I said it that knowledge generation is one of the important aspects of research.
Yeah. Thank you. Wonderful.
Yes, sir,
Very
you
good.
said that. You said that.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So responding to the questions asked by Siddharth, at undergraduate level, we are not having many schemes, but there are some internship available. So Indo-US Science and Technology Forum, which is an organ supported by Department of Science and Technology, provides limited internship at in US for biotechnology and engineering graduates. We are encouraging graduate students to demonstrate. First thing I must say that program which we are running from Department of Science and Technology are limited in reach to science and engineering students. So that is the restrictions. Other discipline we cannot take care of, but what we are trying that we are providing them exposure in various international fairs and exhibitions. We are so through besides these exposure, we are also encouraging them that in case they have got a publication accepted in an international conference or workshop, they could go there and present their idea. We are organizing meeting with Nobel laureates, which are cyclic in nature. So 1 year physics, 1 year chemistry, 3rd year medicine, and 4th year mix. So we are inviting students to interact with Nobel laureates each year. So we are taking about 30 candidates at all levels, graduate, master, doctoral, and taking them for exposure. And we are also, but I think that is all at the graduate level. At master level, of course, we have got much more options. But at graduate levels, we are limited. But still, I would recommend that a candidate may visit the website of Ministry of Education Scholarship Cell. So our Ministry of Education has signed agreement with number of countries, and they are providing full-term support for doing various courses abroad in partner countries. So it is not open canvas. They have some identified partner countries with whom where a student could do some courses at master level and doctoral.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So there's another question, sir. Is there the government site which gives all details about scholarships, grants provided by DST? Because at times we don't know what grants are available and what are the requirements to avail those grants.
I would recommend this candidate to go to our website, dst.gov.in, and at the bottom of it, there is a connection for all scholarship being offered by Government of India, any department.
Okay, thank you, sir. So there's, yes, sir.
Yeah, could I ask one question?
Yes,
Yes, sure,
please.
sir, sure, sir.
Dr. Varshney, thank you for coming to Delhi University. It's a bit unfortunate that we cannot meet face to face, but the next time probably we should come again. My one question was, I mean, I'm very impressed with the two examples of Kodak and Nokia. Yes, at one time Kodak was a household name, but it doesn't exist anywhere. So that is the power of innovation. Anyway, the question is now how to involve undergraduate students in research. I mean, is there any scheme, I mean, the young students have many ideas, some kind of incubations or some kind of scheme where they can be involved at the college level?
Sir, we have started a program which is more adapted by the engineering college rather than science college, but it is open to even science colleges. And this is called NIDHI, National Initiative on Development and Harnessing of Innovation. So
Okay.
under NIDHI, we are providing student grant also, where young students could try their ideas if they are market acceptable.
I see.
Yeah, so we are providing them seed grant up to 10 lakh rupees for these purposes. Of course, it has to go through the mechanic of referee.
Dr. Monica, I think you should note this idea and maybe we
Yes,
can
sir.
start in the colleges.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have applied for some program of Nidhi also. We are waiting for a response now from DST. So that's a, so there's one more question. Sir, can you tell about your own journey from student to officer in DST? What path did you take?
Oh, you know, it's a different word. When you are in university, you are specializing. Your focus field become narrower initially at the student level. And when you start growing up, then of course you start answering the bigger questions. So you are looking everything at a very, very micro level. You want to go into detail of those things. But as an officer of the department, we are looking things at macro level. So we are seeing what various universities are doing, where are the gap areas, where we should encourage new research, where are our competitors, what are the areas we would like to reach, but because of our current knowledge, we are not there. So how to bridge that gap? So these are the challenges which we are facing at DST.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Is there any other question from the audience? So in case there are no questions, we would like to thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sparing time and giving so informative talks. The most important aspects of human life, healthcare, energy, and water, all are covered in this. And we are really thankful to you for giving, sparing time from your busy schedule and sharing your experience with us and giving such a informative talk to us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar to everyone.